Hello. I'm going to do a gauntlet review on the LTWright Forest Trail. This knife is exclusive to the Knife Connection. I'll put a link below. Now this knife was designed to be an all-around kind of knife. It's 5/32 thick, A2 carbon tool steel. Now it was designed so it could do the small little tasks and such, skinning game and so on, but as well as chopping and stuff to build a shelter. So I thought I would start chopping these. You can see these are pretty big, and it's chopping those off pretty good for the size of the knife. I'll put the specs in at the end, but it's working really well. Now Chris Tanner has already done a review on this knife. Prepared Mind 101. Now you can drop over there and see what he did for it. He did the batoning, he did feather sticking, lit a fire and such. What I'm going to do today is a very important skill. I'm not going to show it all. I'm going to just cut the material and such, all with this knife. But I'm going to make a signal fire right here. Show you how to make a smoke generator. I'm in the middle here. And but I'm going to cut all of my material with this knife to make this. Stick around. So I just got to chop these up. To the sizes I need first off. I'm not expecting this to cut these off first swipe. All I have to do is weaken it so you can break it off. It's asking a lot for a knife if you want it to cut something this size off. I've taken and left some branches on this so it will basically hold its own. Because a signal fire is only supposed to last, you know, you make them to last 10-15 minutes at tops. And if you put cordage up here, it's going to burn away. So this here may help it. But now what we do is just kind of tie 3 of these around here to make on the outsides. Get those tied on, I'll be back. Okay, I've got those tied around there. Now what I've got to do is make a base across here. That's going to hold my tinder and so on. So I'm going to cut a few more to finish this base. good base. I'll put one more in there. That should do. Got some birch bark here. I'm going to take the spine and kind of prepare a little bit of this birch bark so I can catch it with a ferro rod easy. Because this here will be in underneath my tinder that my twigs that I'm going to put on. This bark isn't the best. You notice actually there's better barks than others. This here is just crumbly. It should still take a spark. We're going to go with that. Now I got to put some twigs. Now you'll start seeing it billowing up with this black smoke the more it goes. You should have your green wood here, of course, but this here was just done quick. It's not filled up as much as it would be, but there it is. After all that chopping, let's actually see how it's going to feather stick still. You're going to find some place to put this. This is wet wood, so it's not really going to feather stick real well. But you can see it's still plenty sharp. Still make fine shavings with it. So the forest trail, it held up. I did a lot of chopping on that. The handle is amazing. One heck of a grip. Little ball on the end here makes great for chopping. Beautiful knife, it really is. And it's still nice and sharp after all that work. So, hope you enjoyed this. This knife will be now passed on to the next person. I'm not going to sharpen it. It's still plenty sharp. And check out their gauntlet review of this knife. Take care.